welcome back to Planners and Wine. My name is Myra.
And I am Meg. Welcome back, everybody.
Yay, welcome back to another week. We're back for a regular episode. Meg, how has your week been?
My week has been pretty good. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, but that is to be expected when you wake up and it's 55 degrees, and then by the time you get off work, it's 85 degrees. You know, I'm not feeling great about it. I'm a
This
little
is
angry.
personal.
It's very personal. Take it as
But
very
yeah.
personal. But yeah, besides that, I'm feeling pretty good. Excited that we are, getting closer and closer to, well, I guess by the time y'all hear this, it is officially fall,
Mm-hmm.
which is
It will be.
amazing. It's our favorite season. We are just trudging forward to spooky season. Mesa has already picked out her Halloween costume. I just gotta get it. And yeah, I'm just excited about the holiday.
Yeah, I
What
be
about
picking out the
you?
costume is half the battle for real. So,
Truly it is. Yeah.
so y'all got half of it done. But yeah, this week has been very busy, but exciting week. I did a Notion class with Get Organized HQ, and then finally,
Yay!
I was so excited that it is. I mean, not to be like I'm excited it's over, woo,
Yeah.
but I've
Uh-huh.
been working on this since March, April
Mm-hmm.
ish. So for it to fully come to fruition and people being able to see it has been super, super exciting. Yeah.
Amazing. And can any of the listeners, if they want to go back and watch it, is it still available for them to watch?
It is available, but it is now paid. It was free
Mm.
before, so sorry. I tried to tell y'all. Y'all could have hopped in for free, but it is behind the paywall now since the event is over. But
Mm-hmm.
you not only get access to my class, you get access to everybody's, and we had like over 100 people presenting things. So
Nice.
if y'all are into the digital organization, all that stuff, that'll be a perfect thing to invest in. And
Yeah. Make
I'll
sure
leave
you
the
leave a
link.
link.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah, I'll leave it down
Yep.
below.
Yes.
But just to brag a little bit and
Mm-hmm.
also a cautionary tale, I guess. So when like I said, this started back in March, and back then I was already thinking like, oh my God, I want to do a newsletter. I want to have an email
Mm-hmm.
list or whatever. And then this came about, and I initially was like, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I'm gonna have the email list because the organizer was like, hey, you can have a free template and have people, sign up with the email to get the free template or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So I went ahead and did it. And long story short, having that like literally quadruple, probably 5 times, honestly,
Yeah.
my email mailing list.
Hmm.
So I have all these wonderful people on here now, and they've been so kind and so nice, and
Mm-hmm.
asking me questions about Notion. And the cautionary tale is don't get in your own way, because I literally could have just
Mm.
been like, here's the template, here's a link to the template,
Yeah.
and never had that community built in, that this email list that I've always wanted to like do. And now it's kind of like one of my favorite things
Mm-hmm.
to create weekly. So um that's my
That's
cautionary tale. Yeah.
awesome. There we
Because
go.
I would never had those people. If I just gave them this free thing, they just would have got the free
Yeah.
template and went on their way. But now I have this list that has built up and kind
Mm-hmm.
of created this whole community out of it. So just
That's
do it scared.
amazing. Get out of your own way.
Yeah.
Do it scared. I love that. I love that. Um, it's just so much going on in the world these last couple of weeks. Luckily, we just recorded our bonus episode, so we were able to talk about quite a few things that would not fit on the show notes for this week. So, if you're interested in hearing about all the currently things that we have going on in September, definitely check out our Patreon. Get access to that bonus episode plus every other bonus episode we've ever recorded.
Mm-hmm.
All the things. We have lots of extra content on our Patreon, so definitely check that out.
Yeah, and we've been having some newcomers here
Mm-hmm.
recently, so definitely join. I think it's a perfect time. Fall, we're all back in the house. We're slowing things
Yes.
down. Probably back in the office from vacation, so you might need that
Mm-hmm.
little extra content, especially with us doing every other week. So it's the perfect time.
Yep,
Because high
exactly.
key, Patreon gets something just about every week. They
That's
they
very
don't miss
true.
us.
No, they do
So
not. Lots of us, lots of us.
Yeah.
And also, don't be scared to leave us a review on iTunes. We definitely appreciate those. And we had a new one come in that I want to read. This is from Whispers Reads, and the title is Even Bujo Babes Are Welcome. Planners and Wine podcast. Love the new format where they mix planning and culture for the perfect mix of bestie love. As a mom, I enjoy the parenting struggle life laughs they deliver. Even though I'm a diehard bullet journaler, I still find so much fun, laughs, and good-hearted dialogue here. Keep on going, beauties. This was so sweet. Thank you so
I
much.
know. Yeah, thank you, thank
Mhm.
you. And hopefully with us being in our journaling era, that can be our like a little adjacent to Bujo.
There we
Cause
go.
we tried.
Exactly.
We tried
We
to do Bujo.
trying.
We
Exactly.
but hopefully that can be your our
Mhm.
lean into Bujo there. But we appreciate that.
Yes, we do. So make sure y'all leave us a review. Um, Before we get into our quick break, so we can get to all the topics, we gotta let y'all know how bad Instagram sucks. Myra, do
Uh,
you want to pop this off since you're the one who told me when this happened and I didn't even know it was happening until until you let me know?
Shout out to our brand fans,
Mm-hmm.
our friends, not fans. Friends is what I was trying to say because they put me on to what was happening. Y'all, our Instagram got suspended. We was being
Mm-hmm.
bad
Mm-hmm.
apparently. And
Apparently,
didn't even
obviously.
know it. Somebody had to
Mm-mm.
put it to our attention, but um we have already been, I mean, as y'all have noticed, we've been doing a lot more over on YouTube. So we've
Mm-hmm.
already been kind of phasing out Instagram, like not leaving completely, obviously, but
Yeah.
not really making it our main focus. Cause honestly, I don't know if it's like maybe it could be Instagram or if the audience over there on Instagram is just we is radio silence over there. Like we never
Mm-hmm.
get any comments, any interaction whatsoever.
It's
And then
very few and far between for sure.
yes, and
Yeah.
usually it's the Patreon people, which shout out
Mm-hmm.
to y'all. Y'all
Yeah.
are really the best. But for this to happen, which it wasn't gone for long, but it was a really weird experience.
Mm-hmm.
Um because we had no clue. Like literally
Yeah.
was posting earlier that day. It happened on Thursday when the episode dropped. So,
Yeah.
we were active on there.
They didn't send an email or
Nothing.
anything. Literally, somebody DM'd our private accounts
Yeah.
to let us know, like, hey, is everything okay? It looks like y'all's Instagram is gone. And then when we logged in, it was like a message from Instagram saying, like, hey, you have been suspended for no apparent reason, but you can
You can
you can
download
appeal.
your contact. You can appeal. You got
Yeah.
180 days to appeal or whatever, which we aren't like, it's not like we do. I mean, we technically do, but I purposely do not post political content on our Instagram, although y'all know where
Mm-hmm.
we stand. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
I try to play by the little rules or whatever and
Yeah.
not. So, it was just so weird to have that happen. I've never seen that
Yes.
before on any account. And while we got it back within a few hours after the appeal, and literally all they said was, "Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. Here y'all
No
go."
explanation
No,
for why
yeah,
it happened.
yeah,
No recourse. Nothing like that. Is so weird. And you know what? I think this is a great reminder of something our friend Laura has been telling us for years.
mm,
And that is to not depend on any social media platform to have all of your content on. Like, make
yeah,
sure your audience has another way to reach you, whether it's an email, newsletter or
hmm
website, or just something else that's not dependent on the social media platform, because they just do whatever they want. They just literally do whatever
yeah,
they want. Like,
yeah,
neither one of us posted anything crazy, problematic, suspicious, nothing like that, especially not on that account. And that
hmm
still happened for no rhyme or reason. So, yeah.
yeah, very, very weird. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that it is really important because I think a lot of people within the planning space kind of stick to one platform, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like that it could be gone. And it was funny
Yep.
because we were just like, okay, I guess we'll pill it, because we
Yeah,
was
we
just
weren't
like
even
not
tripping. We
pressed
were like,
about it.
okay, IG. But again, like you said, it's because we have multiple platforms.
Yeah,
So if something happens to the IG, it's not the end of the world. That's not even the primary way we talk to our audience. So
yeah. I just
luckily,
yeah. Luckily, and I feel for people who have like a that's the primary way to
yeah.
like make brand deals, get paid basically, and
Mhm.
reach their audience. Like that has to suck, even if it's only for a few hours. I've seen people be locked out for days
Mhm.
without
Mhm.
any knowing or anything.
That's what I
But yeah.
expected. Yep.
Yeah, I expected for it to be a while too, but yeah, y'all
Yep.
probably didn't even notice it. It was so quick, but it is very, very
Yep.
annoying.
And it sucked because of the way Instagram and Threads is
Hmm.
still connected. It by default suspended our
Yes,
Threads account
yes,
also. Because
which we
literally,
love.
yeah, I tried to log into our Threads account and it literally redirected me to the your Instagram account has been suspended page that's
Hmm.
on Instagram. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
it
Yeah.
now you know. I guess it
Yeah.
worked both ways. Where
Mm-hmm.
if you get suspended on Threads, you probably can't get back on IG. So yeah. With all that being said, if you want to keep up with us outside of the audio podcast, check out our YouTube, Patreon.
Yes.
Um, we always have our website too as well, so you can
Mm-hmm.
still be in the know of what's going on. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, y'all gonna see us a lot less over there.
Yeah, and also I just love YouTube so much because we've always thought that like being able to see the podcast just adds so much more like context
Hmm.
because sometimes we'll show things that we're using or our facial expressions, things like that. I think the context matters and you get so much more context with the video version of it. So
Hmm.
if you are a frequent YouTube watcher, definitely go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and start listening / watching the podcast over there. It's just so much fun.
Yeah, and I
Mhm.
love a lot of folks have been getting into live tweeting over there.
I love that.
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen
so fun.
that. Yes.
It's so fun. And
Mhm.
I think we've just been finding new people over there too. So
Mhm.
excited to see our platform grow over there. Is if you don't
Agreed.
have time to listen to the whole episode, we take a few clips
Yep.
a few times a week, and you can just pick which topic you want to listen to basically, so you don't have to invest like an hour and a half,
Yep.
which I mean you should because it's good, but
It is good, but we get
yeah,
it.
we
Y'all
get it, y'all
busy.
busy.
Y'all are very busy. It's fine. So if you only got time for 10 or 15 minutes, then
There
there
you
is
go.
still something for
Yeah.
you. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, on that note, y'all, we're gonna take a quick break and we will be right back. All right, y'all. So we are back. And so we talked about on the last podcast how it was announced that Kendrick Lamar would be doing the Super Bowl for the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. Y'all, since then all this came out of nowhere to me. I was not expecting
Mm-hmm.
it at all. I thought we was all as a community on the same page. This was a good choice. Kendrick Lamar is a great artist and he has had a fantastic year, probably one of the biggest years of his career. So he just absolutely made sense to be a Super Bowl performer. Some people did not feel that way. Okay. It started with Lil Wayne's fan base believing that Lil Wayne should have been doing the Super Bowl since it was in New Orleans, even though it has been in New Orleans several other times. But I digress. For some reason, they thought that this was his show to do, so they were disappointed that it was Kendrick and not him. And then
Mm-hmm.
we got people in the music industry, some of Lil Wayne's label mates, such as Nicki Minaj, and Baby speaking out about how it should have been Lil Wayne. Nicki Minaj went on a whole ass tangent attacking Jay-Z about this or whatever, which we don't even have time to get into it. But at first, I was like, okay, where's Lil Wayne? Why is he? If he got something to say, why don't he say it? Maybe he doesn't even feel this way. Maybe these people are speaking for him. No, he does feel this way because he finally, I think he was on IG Live and he was just saying how broken he was by not being selected and how he will never get his hopes up again and they done crushed his dreams and ruined Christmas and it's like the Grinch stole Christmas. It was just a
It
whole
was a very much
ass
so woe is me.
sob story. And I was just in disbelief that he did not take that opportunity to even one time be like, congrats to Kendrick Lamar. I'm happy for him. That's called the high road. I don't think he's capable of that though.
Yeah, you can't get out of your own way.
Mm-mm.
Eh, no wonder he endorsed Trump because it's given very much so
Mm-mm.
Trump energy. I'm just
Mm.
saying. I'm just saying. I mean, and
Me,
this
me, me.
Me,
Yeah.
me, me. Nobody else deserves it. I think this man just erased his chance to, one, to ever be
Yeah.
on that stage, and two, he could have been. They have guest people pop up on these things. I was thinking that he would be one of them.
They do. They do have guests pop up all the time.
I
That's
think you
true.
just ruined that shit too.
Yeah. Yeah, because he just fed into all the BS because people aren't just going at it from a perspective of it should have been Lil Wayne. They're saying it should have been Lil Wayne and not Kendrick Lamar, which is throwing a lot of unnecessary BS
Yeah,
Kendrick Lamar's way. For what? He didn't steal
unnecessary.
anything from you. He's just
He
taking the opportunity that he has.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
was like a little confused. Like, okay, was Wayne ever in the talks with somebody? Did he get some type of confirmation? And no, the answer
Mm-hmm.
is no.
The
He's
answer is
never been in
no.
talk with anybody. Nobody's ever told him. He's never been considered to
Mm-hmm.
be one of these people. He just assumed, I guess, on the pure strength that it was in Orlando, child, New Orleans,
Mm-hmm.
that he would be it. And it's like Beyonce was in New Orleans too.
Yeah.
And you were Lil Wayne when that happened.
Yeah, and
So
uh, apparently, because I'm not 100% sure about the process, but what people have been saying is that there is a list created of potentials,
mhm.
and the whole city makes the final decision over who is selected out of that list.
Yeah.
I have no idea if Lil Wayne was ever even on the list. If he wasn't, and if he was, I don't know what to say. And
But he wouldn't know
obviously,
if he was on the list if he was.
yeah, I don't think he would.
I don't think
I
he
don't know
ever
if he would
was.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just ridiculous. Like this, I feel like it was just very entitled to
Hmm.
assume that just because it was in New Orleans again, that it has to be a artist from New Orleans. That's never been a thing. If it's ever been in a particular city and it just so happened that the artist was from that city also, it it was more of a coincidence than anything else. I don't think it's ever been like super intentional, and it's definitely not a thing every single year that you
Right.
have to choose an artist that's from that city to perform. Like you said, Beyonce did New Orleans. Beyonce is not from New Orleans. Beyonce is not from New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just really not a thing every single year. So I don't know why there was just this notion that just because it was in New Orleans again that it had to be Lil Wayne. And unfortunately, because of all this talk, people have started posting and reposting a lot of clips from recent performances of Lil Wayne that, I'm sorry, are not Super Bowl worthy. Like, I'm not saying Lil Wayne is not a great artist. I'm not saying that he's not a hip hop like legend icon, but I am saying from his recent performances, I couldn't see him doing the Super Bowl right now. He just doesn't seem like he is there yet. I don't know. I don't
Mm-mm.
know. Or if he, yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't giving Super Bowl to me at all. So
He's not a
yeah,
performer in that capacity.
yeah.
That doesn't mean he doesn't make great music, and Wayne is who he is to the hip hop industry,
Mhm.
but it was never given. It was never
Mhm.
given Super Bowl. That's why I highly
Yeah.
think that he was never even considered and never on the list.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. And then we kind of have to go with like a little bit of relevancy here too.
Mhm.
No shade again. Love Wayne's music, understand his contribution to hip hop, but he ain't relevant.
I agree.
It
Yeah.
just is what it is. There's a
Mhm.
lot of artists who have done great things for their genre or whatever that isn't
Mhm.
currently relevant right now. So I mean,
Totally agree.
if it wasn't
Yeah.
Kendrick, it wasn't gonna be Wayne, y'all.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, I'm still thinking that I was surprised that it wasn't Taylor Swift because I was
High
really
key, I
thinking
was thinking
that it
that,
was gonna be
yeah.
her last year, but maybe because of her tour, maybe not. But I know she's gonna be done with the tour by the time the Super Bowl comes up. So I was kind of surprised that it wasn't her. But I think it's gonna be Taylor Swift probably the next time. I will be very surprised if it's not. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that just goes back to the point that it wasn't gonna be Lil Wayne no
Mm-mm.
matter what. I don't. Yes, I don't know. think if they were to have Lil Wayne, I think it would be an ensemble type of situation where there was multiple people. Like with Dr. Dre, it wasn't just Dr. Dre, it was
Yeah.
multiple people. I can see Lil Wayne in a situation like that. I can't see Lil Wayne like just totally by himself. I don't think any rap artist would just be by themselves. Like I know Kendrick is probably gonna bring. I wouldn't be surprised if he brought people out by himself, but honestly, he could do his by himself. Now that I'm thinking about it, like
Yeah, I
he really
mean,
could. So
yeah, he does put on the show. Also, a huge thing too that I've learned so much about the
mm-hmm,
freaking Super Bowl halftime show these
mm-hmm,
past few weeks. Artists pay for that.
mm-hmm,
The NFL doesn't pay for that. It's
mm-hmm.
not like they're like, here's this,
No, and they don't get
money.
paid for it either. They
They don't get paid for
pay
it
for their
either.
stage and all that. They do
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
What basically is like kind of exposure. They get paid
Mm-hmm.
in exposure technically, which it does work because
It's
Usher
more
stuff
of a
went.
rite of passage to be
Yeah.
able to say that you were a
Yeah.
Super Bowl performer is like huge.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
huge. Yeah.
So I understand why people are making it seem like he quote, how can you lose something you never had?
Yeah.
So I hate that the conversation has been that. But also, like you said, that the
Mm-hmm.
city chooses it, so your own city didn't even want it to be you.
Mm-hmm.
And then even it also sounds like the city doesn't necessarily have a say in who's on the list. It's just like, here's this
Mm.
list, pick from this list is what
Choose from
so what
them.
it sound is what it
Yeah.
sounded like. So I just don't understand, like, why is it not me defending Jay-Z, not me defending a straight man, but why all the animosity against Jay-Z? It doesn't sound like he really makes too many of these decisions.
And you know what? To be fair, it was Nicki Minaj with the animosity towards Jay-Z. I didn't see Lil Wayne say anything about Jay-Z or anybody in particular. And if you get caught up trying to figure out why Nicki Minaj does and says the things that she does, then we gonna be here all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no point of even trying to get into her mind. Who knows? She thinks that he has some type of vendetta against her, and by extension everybody she is associated with. So she just went off on all of that. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. I don't know. I have to believe that there must be some type of talks with multiple artists about potentially doing the Super Bowl. Because one, you want to make sure that you're not wasting your time choosing somebody who don't want to do it for some reason, right? So that makes me think that there was some type of talks with him and his camp about possibly doing it, because otherwise it makes no sense whatsoever to be this disappointed and this devastated. If you know what I'm saying, like I said, I'm just trying to make it make more sense about why there's this huge outcry. Like I said, from his fans it made sense, but
Mm-hmm.
from his people and him, it makes no sense unless he was in consideration and he knew that he was in consideration and then he didn't get it. That's the only way it makes sense to me. So,
To
but we don't
you,
know. But we
but
don't
you're
know.
not a self-centered person either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, true. I don't know. True.
I
It just don't make
truly feel
sense.
like he just assumed that it was supposed to be him.
Yeah.
I really think that. And the way he came, because I just don't understand how somebody who loves hip hop and is in this hip hop game and see an artist like Kendrick get this opportunity and not be like, I really want to do this. This is huge. This is huge for anybody's career. But I also am going to congratulate who got it.
That would have been the classy response for sure, because he
That's why I'm
knows
like,
that a lot of people are hating on Kendrick Lamar because of this, even though it's
yeah.
not Kendrick Lamar's fault. If anybody, it's less Kendrick Lamar fault than it is Jay-Z's fault that it ended up being Kendrick Lamar. Like, he didn't do anything except get chose. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I don't think he just ruined that whole chance by making it a woe is me type situation. I don't think you ever gonna get it, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
I would be shocked if he shows up. And Kendrick loves Wayne.
Kendrick is very classy. I could definitely have seen. I can still see him inviting Lil Wayne, because, like I said, Lil Wayne has not said anything against Kendrick Lamar that
Technically,
I've
yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can still see Kendrick Lamar being the bigger person and still inviting him out or in just sharing that moment with him. I won't be surprised if that happens at all. But that's the thing, like you can't let your people be out here making it worse. Like I said, like come on, Nicki Minaj, girl, put your phone down. Like put your phone down, step away.
I
She
feel like
did
she
more
would think
things.
it would. She would be on that stage if it was Wayne.
That's exactly what it's about. That's
Hmm.
exactly what it's about. So she's not even really mad for him. She really mad for herself. So, but yeah, I digress. I
The fall of
digress.
Young Money, boy.
It's
Ah
crazy.
man.
It's crazy. Um okay, we don't have to talk about this for long because it's just so ridiculous. But the CMAs, Country Music Association, they just came out with their nominees for their annual awards, and noticeably missing was Cowboy Carter or any mention of Beyonce whatsoever. So people have rightfully went with the assumption that Beyonce has gotten snubbed by them. Some people were like, well, you have to submit your art, your work in order for it to be considered. So people were trying to speculate that maybe that she didn't submit it or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. We can only go off of what it looks like. And it looks like she got snubbed, which is like not surprising. And also it's just them just proving her whole point of the Cowboy Carter album, that country music is they wow. They just wow. They just racist. They wow for proving that point. Like not even one nomination, but Post Malone, who is also recently delving into country music. If you want to say, oh, it needs to be, because I did see the argument that they just saving the awards for more established artists in the genre. Is Post Malone established in country music? I don't think so. He's definitely not.
Post
So,
Malone was on that album too.
he
So
was, but
by
just
you
moving the
nominated him,
goalposts.
but okay,
Yeah. And
okay.
so was Shabuzi, who was
Who
also
was also
nominated
nominated? Yeah,
and also
and
was
high
on the
key,
album.
if he was not on the album, probably wouldn't have been nominated.
Mm-hmm. So
But
there you go.
also, conspiracy theory Myra here.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Miss Virgo Queen herself being petty enough and being like, "No, not
Mm-hmm.
submitting it. This is a Beyonce album."
Yeah.
I can
It's
see
not out of
it.
the realm of
Yeah, I can see
possibility.
it happening. So
It's not out of the realm of possibility and not telling us either.
yeah,
Which,
she definitely wouldn't say
she has not spoken on
shit.
this at all. I don't think she cares. I don't think she wants or
Mm-mm.
needs the validation of the CMAs. I feel like they already had an opportunity to show who they are and to show they ass, and that's what they're gonna do regardless. The only thing that makes me think that it wasn't a situation where she did not submit is because I think the CMAs will say that to save their own asses. Because if you go in their
Mm.
comments on Instagram, they are lit up with the Beehive, roasting the shit out of them for these whack nominations. I think that they would come out and be like,
Can they say that?
"Hey, huh?"
I'm curious if they could say that.
I think they could say that. I don't see why they couldn't say that.
I mean, that
To
would
say
be an
that she
easy
didn't
out for them
submit,
too.
that's the thing. That would be such an easy out for them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would. I don't think that they would just take this dragon if they could easily be like, "Well, Beyonce didn't submit her album, so that's why she was not considered."
Yeah,
I think they would run to say that if that was actually the case, because it would save them at least a little bit. So they suck. They're cowards. We don't care about
yeah.
CMAs.
What would be funny if she gets nominated for a country Grammy?
I
That would be
think
funny.
that's absolutely possible, and I think I could see the Grammys giving her that Grammy as well, obviously because she deserves it. But
Mm-hmm.
also, it was one of the biggest. This is not me, my opinion. This is the facts that numbers wise, it was one of the biggest country albums, if not the biggest country album of the year. So that's not out of the realm of possibility for sure. And it would just further our point that CMAs is trash. So it is
Yeah, I
what it
want that to
is.
happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't have much faith in the Grammys either.
No, very little faith.
Mm-hmm.
Very little faith in the Grammys, but yeah. We also had our first and probably only presidential debate between Kamala Harris and the Orange Man. And this is not, look, he said he don't want to do another debate. He feels like he won, so there's no reason to debate. Even though after he won the debate with Biden by default, mind you, he was running to social media to beg for another debate. So all this, oh, the winner doesn't do a second debate, doesn't need another debate, bullshit is bullshit. Because he really wanted
Bullshit.
another debate with Joe Biden because he won. And that's why the Kamala Harris campaign ran to beg for another debate because she won. Period.
I thought wasn't before all this buffoonery started with Trump. Wasn't it typically standard to do like two debates
They do
before?
multiple, 2 or 3. Yep. It's standard to do a couple.
So why are we getting into the winner do this, the winner do that? Child,
Because that's what sore losers do. That's what sore losers
I'm sick
do.
of this country.
I'm so sick. Yeah, but yeah, she did a fantastic job. Y'all, my nerves were shot going into this debate because I just knew that the stakes were so high. And even though I had all the faith in the world for Kamala to kill it,
Mm-hmm.
I just know that there is such a double standard for them. And she
It
has to
still
be,
was too.
yeah, she has to be amazing. She has to be perfect. And he can just be not nuts and people will see that as a win. But unfortunately, he was nuts. He was very, very nuts. He couldn't
He
even just not be
started
nuts.
off pretty calm, honestly, to the point we thought he was.
The first 15 minutes, we were
Yeah,
like,
and
"Oh,
it
he's
was all
sedated.
yeah,
He's sedated." But yeah, after that, once she brought up people being bored and
yeah. Crowd
tired at his
size and all that.
rallies and
Yeah,
leaving, it was a wrap for him. So yeah, she
yeah. It was
absolutely
downhill after
won
that.
because he was horrible. And I'm not saying there were a couple questions that I think that she could have answered a little bit better, but she was still great. 10 out of 10. He was absolutely horrible as usual. And if you listen or watch any of his rallies, he said that same dumb shit that he said at all his rallies. But it's only his disciples there. So of course there's nobody there to call him out on it.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, it was just all these excuses that even though his people and him are saying he won, there's still all these all this nonsense, misinformation about, oh, she wore an earpiece. Oh, she was given the questions beforehand. One of the moderators is her sorority sister. Oh, it was 3 against 1 with the moderators on her side. Oh, she was the only person being fact checked. All those things possible at the same time, but he still won. How does that make any sense?
They was I mean, when talk about throwing spaghetti at the wall, like every single thing. I mean, he found
Everything.
some random ass earrings that come to find out never went into production. So where the hell would she have bought them?
But then once it's pointed out that those are actually $800 Tiffany earrings, oh, but why she got on $800 earrings? That's
Yeah.
just so unrelatable. Oh
It's
my god!
the goalpost, man. I know it's tired of being moved,
So
but it's
how she didn't answer questions, but she was fed the questions. But the moderator is her sorority sister, but they was against him. How you can't do all the things at once? Like, was she fed the questions or did she answer the questions? What
so
what?
you agree that she was prepared for this.
So you agree
Yeah.
that she failed it?
Yeah.
So you
I,
agreed that he was horrible and she was not.
this was basically the interview
Yeah,
for presidency.
exactly.
When you go into an interview, no,
Mm-hmm.
you're not fed the questions, but if you're prepared, you can do a fucking good job.
Myra, these are only the same questions that have been asked at every other presidential debate
It's the
within our
same
lifetimes. I could have
questions.
told you what these questions was gonna be, and best believe she was prepared for some stuff that probably wasn't even asked about because that's what you do. You get the 10 or 15 general topics that
The general interview
they're gonna
questions.
ask
Yeah.
about that the American people care about, and you prepare because that's what happens. You study for the test. You don't know exactly what's going to be on the test, but you know
But you study for
basically
it.
what's going to
Yeah.
be on there too. Like, just stop making excuses for this damn F student who has never studied a day in his life, because that's what he is. He is an F student and she is in the honors program. Okay.
It literally is what it has to be. And it could
She,
not be no other way. She couldn't
yeah,
be a C student
No.
She has to be in the honors
She
program.
has to be in the honors program, just like Obama had to be in the honors program. Has to be excellent. Has to be perfect. It's just the way that she wouldn't get away with none of the stuff that
Oh,
he is able to
absolutely
do.
not.
Any one thing that he has done would have disqualified her. Period.
Completely. Everybody, even people on our side, will be like, she can't do this. She got to step down. Da da da.
Hello. So that is why I was definitely, my nerves were shot going into this debate, and I was so worried. But she, as Black
She did
women
her
do,
thing.
she was
She.
grace under pressure. Did not bust a sweat. While this man is just sweating like he in the desert,
Oh
yelling,
man.
makeup just running off his face.
All the excuses, but he still won. I thought it was funny. They was like, "Oh, the moderators is her soror sister." Do you know how many people are in AKA?
It's
All Black people don't know each
it's
other.
over 300,000 members of
We
AKA.
don't know each other.
And they not only went to different colleges, they were in colleges 12 years apart.
They tried to say she was a roommate. They went to college 12 years apart, not even remotely close.
Look, it's really scary how many people just believe whatever they've been told and they just absolutely
And just
run with
run
it.
with it.
I can't. I absolutely can't. And look, the moderators didn't even check him on every lie. They only checked him on the lies that are dangerous and that put people in danger. The eating the pets one, that is a dangerous lie. It has led to people being in danger. That is why he got checked on that. The one about babies being aborted after they are born, that is a dangerous lie that could put women and doctors' lives in danger. They only checked him on the dangerous shit.
As they should. So
So,
what you saying, they could have went harder.
yeah. Yeah, they could have. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and if you're on the Patreon, we talk more about
Yeah.
of the debate and just some
All the
social
political
media
stuff, yeah.
headlines and stuff that are going on the bonus episode. So definitely check that out. But yeah, she nailed it. She killed it. People were saying that Kamala Harris aborted a 200 and something month old baby on live television. Okay, Trump. That was so funny.
Oh man. Oh my goodness.
Gosh. It was so funny. I don't even know. Let me see. I gotta do the math for it. 78 times 12. 936 months, baby. Does that sound right? He 936 months.
That sound right.
That's a lot.
That sound right to me.
A lot.
Oh
Ooh,
man.
but he sure was a baby because he was crying and whining like one. And all this misinformation that's been put out this week has just been to distract from the fact that he lost that debate. Even Fox News was saying that he lost. So
you can't deny it. You cannot deny it.
He was horrible. He was horrible. But yeah, go Kamala. That's our girl. And
he took every single bait she gave.
yes,
Love
he did.
her.
And following the debate, she got what is probably one of, if not the biggest celebrity endorsement from Miss Taylor Swift. She put out a very long statement following the debate, endorsing Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and influencing people to vote. And that has led to 400,000 people have clicked her link that she put on her stories about registering to vote. I say that's a win.
400,000 people is a huge win.
That's a huge win.
I listened to Shake It Off in her honor.
There we go, Myra. Baby steps.
Yeah.
And as of this morning, because we're recording this episode a little bit early, just because of schedules and stuff, Donald Trump has taken to Truth Social to declare he hates Taylor Swift. So, for all you Taylor Swift haters in the world, y'all don't want to be on the same side as Donald Trump. Okay, you don't. That's not a good place to be. That's the wrong side of history every single time.
You officially have to be a fan of hers now.
Yep.
Because he
find a Taylor Swift song that you like and just stick it out. There we go. It's plenty of them to choose from. Okay. Plenty. But yeah, this has been such a wild and wacky week. I mean, I literally thought that tweet was fake. I was like, there's no way On the Sunday morning, he got on his social media on his phone and put in all caps, "I hate Taylor Swift," when she endorsed Kamala days ago. Why was that on his spirit first thing on a Sunday morning?
That's yeah. No slow start Sundays for him, boy. He was
Okay.
woke up pissy.
Just Twitter fingers. Just Twitter fingers.
God, his life has to be miserable. How
He's
could
so
you?
miserable.
Oh God,
Yeah.
But shout out to Tay Tay.
Shout out to Tay Tay. And again, because I know there are some Swifties for Trump existing in the world, unfortunately. And I really just want to know, like, how can y'all do it now that he has declared that he hates Taylor Swift? What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do?
I seen some of them was burning her stuff. Why do y'all do that? First of all, why do y'all go out and buy her stuff? Give her money or buy whoever.
The check has cleared, baby.
The check is cleared.
She don't care what you do with that stuff. Y'all not heard her feelings.
The transaction is over once you bought it. Like whatever you do afterward, it ain't her business.
Look, it was a mom who was so excited because she went viral because she was telling her poor daughter that she was going to sell their Eras tour tickets and that she was not allowed to go because of Taylor's endorsement of Kamala, and the poor girl was crying. That person is so proud of herself for going
that's
viral
what people
for that.
was like remaking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
disgusting.
That was real.
Disgusting. Y'all are causing your children trauma for the Orange Man.
Imagine spending all that money. Imagine getting some Renaissance tickets. And your mom was like, nope, she ain't endorsed Trump. So
I would run away. I would literally run away. I would pack my stuff. And I'm not endorsing any kids running away, but I would run away. I would take my personally tickets and go.
This ain't the place for me. I have to figure it out.
I'm stealing them tickets from my parents and I'm running away. But yeah, that is just so sad.
That's sad. That's trauma filled.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that like whatever, because my thing is like, if you don't want to go and participate in the concert anymore because of that, that's one thing. But telling your child on video because you know that they're going to react to it and be upset, like, why do that?
Why are you putting your baby through that?
It's not your baby fault. It's sad. That was really sad.
Why can't she just go and you can't? She can't vote, so it
But you know what? I've seen a ton of Swifties being like, if you don't want to go to the concert anymore because she endorsed Trump, that's fine. You can sell me your tickets. The only thing I say to that is please don't give them people your money. Make them waste their money that they spent on that ticket and just not go. Don't give them people your money.
Man, if you really want those Eras Tour tickets, though, that's tough.
Well, at least wait till the day of. Wait till they got to sell them for like under $100.
Dirt cheap. Yeah, exactly. Just to get rid of them.
Exactly. Don't let them make a profit off of their hate. Is all I got to say. At least they can break even. You know, they want to sell them for the same price, fine. But if they're like upping the price, do not allow them to make money off of their hatred. Okay.
I just couldn't. That's wild.
But it's just I hate that for them.
I couldn't imagine that happening to my favorite artist.
I just don't understand why they bought the tickets in the first place, because it makes me think that they're not even genuinely even doing all this, because Taylor Swift has voiced her support for Joe Biden and against Donald Trump in the past. I don't know why people thought that had changed just because she hadn't said anything, but she has publicly voiced her disapproval of Donald Trump before. So if you're such a hardcore Trumpy, why did you buy the tickets in the first place?
Yeah, how could you be a fan? It's weird.
They full of shit. I don't believe it. I haven't seen an influx of tickets for the Eras Tour going on sale because of this. So I really think they're just doing this for attention, and they're not even actually
that makes
doing
sense
it.
Too, yeah.
And she just hurt her daughter's feelings on camera for no reason, just for likes and engagement, and she's still gonna be at the Eras Tour like a dummy.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
There we go. Yeah. On that note, y'all, we're gonna take a break, and then we will be back with the rest of the show. All right, y'all. So we are back. And let's get into some planner stuff. So, what we
Mhm.
want to talk about today is just like where we are in our planning, what we're kind of looking forward to in our 2025 lineups, and how we are making those decisions. I think we've talked about before how both of us are trying to be a lot more mindful with
Mhm.
our planner purchases because me personally, I have realized in the past that sometimes I'll see a planner that somebody else is using well, and I'm like, "Oh, let me get that," and then I'll see another one like, "Oh, let me get that," and what I'll end up doing is just confusing myself because I will have so many planners and so many ideas in my head, and like really no way of executing it because I just have too many. Like, I really think the days of the majority of us in the planner community having like 8 planners in our lineup is over. Not to say there are not people out there who exist. No shade to y'all or anything. I just think
Mhm.
that for the most part, the majority of the planner community is in a very different place where we don't need a planner for every single different part of our lives anymore. Because personally, I never found that to be very functional for me,
No.
even
Mm.
though I definitely tried it. So
Yeah, same as well. I've definitely tried it, and now my latest hot take is that you probably can do everything you need to do in one planner.
yeah,
Um, but that's my
yeah,
hot take. But
I'm not mad at that.
yeah, argue with me in the comments. I would love to hear your opinion on that. But
Politely, please.
politely, yeah.
keep it cutesy, keep it demure. Okay.
Very much so. But yeah, lately I have just been taking the time to really see where I am before I
Mhm.
start to buy things cuz like you said I used to do the same thing of being like, "Oh, I love how they plan in this planner," and go out and
Mhm.
grab it and not necessarily looking at my life and if it fits in my life and what, I have plans and goals,
Mhm.
and so it ends up just sitting on the shelf. So I've really been taking the time before I even purchase things to see like what do I need, what's important to me, what do I
Mhm.
want to track, and find the planner that fits into that.
Agreed. I totally, totally agree. Yeah, and I think what I've been doing this year is really, I mean, I've been in one planner for most of this year. First, I was in the Hobonichi Cousin, and that was pretty much my everything. And then when it just wasn't really working for me anymore, with we've talked about, I don't like the weeks. I don't like that weeks part
Mm-hmm.
of it. It just doesn't work. So then using my half letter setup with cloth and paper inserts, that has just been my everything planner. And I've just really, the only thing I haven't been able to like memory plan or anything in there, but it was
Mm-hmm.
okay because I was kind of in a space in my life where I wasn't really worried about doing that anyway. And it was just it has been the perfect planner for me because I can be decorative when I want to be, or I can be extremely minimal and just highlight or whatever when I want. It's just been really, really functional for me. And then I slowly started moving into like junk journaling, which we talk more about on our bonus episode this
Mm-hmm.
month. And that has just been such a fun, like more creative outlet into where I was kind of missing the creativity in my half letter setup because it really isn't the space for that. I have some
Mm-hmm.
where else to do that and where I can memory keep and put the things that I love. And something I want to add into my lineup for next year, in addition to these two, is like more of like a formal journal where I can write things. So that's what I'm either gonna use the A6 Hobonichi for, or I'm gonna use the A5 Sterling ink for like journaling. And like I said, like it's not like I have different books for different parts of my life. Like one is not for work, one is not for home, one is not for habit
Yeah.
tracking or whatever. It's more like one is totally functional for the most part, and I just kind of decorate as I want to. One is for memory keeping, and then one is for journaling. So these are just like totally different purposes. Is what I'm kind of finding might work better for
Mm-hmm.
me in my life. So I don't know. And I like that this system is something that if something doesn't work or if I just find myself not keeping up with something, then that's okay. That doesn't mean I'm throwing my whole lineup away, you know?
Right. Yeah. 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 I think we just once you get past like the excitement of planning, I think that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of where we are. Like we still love it,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, the whole podcast about it.
Right.
But um I think we're out of the phase of just like having that excitement for just buying things. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that was a part of it too. At least for me, it
I
definitely with
agree.
just getting something new and unboxing it and even
Mm-hmm.
sharing that. But now I truly see planners as a tool
Yes. Yep.
instead of just, something to just collect and do. And there's nothing wrong with that, but
Mm-hmm.
where I am right now is seeing it as a tool, so therefore I pick what planner I want
Mm-hmm.
as a tool. So like I wouldn't buy a screwdriver if I need to nail something into a wall type
Right.
thing.
Right. Right. Right.
And back in the day I was buying hella screwdrivers.
That's a good analogy. I like that. That's very
Yeah.
true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cuz I think, I mean, obviously, we all have different passions, and it's okay to just buy a planner because you think it's cute and you want to play around with it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's a purpose too. But I think over the years, it seems like as a community, we kind of gotten away with planning being a tool
Yes.
and maybe seeing it as something that's going to change our whole entire life. Which, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm sure there's like marketing behind that, of course, because people want you to buy their stuff. But we've really
Mm-hmm.
gotten away with the initial purpose of a planner was to organize your life,
Right.
set your goals, as a tool instead of just something that as soon as you purchase it, your life is going to change and it's going to be so much better.
Mm. Yeah. That's a
You
good
got to put the
point.
work into it as well.
Yeah, that's so true. And sometimes I think, especially since being in the planner community and seeing how, decorative and extra planning can be. And even though
Mm-hmm.
like I love that part of it, to me, that was like a lot of pressure. So now that I
Mm-hmm.
have kind of taken the decorative aspect away from my functional planner, I'm still planning even when I don't care or feel like being decorative or adding any stickers into my planner. And that has been huge for me because in the past, if I didn't feel like doing a spread, I wasn't using my planner all week. It just wasn't getting
Yeah,
used. You know what I'm
for
saying? And
sure.
then it would start to build because like oh, do I need to go back and back plan? Because I hate leaving these pages empty. I don't want empty pages in my planner. Like I was just so in my head that it would literally freeze me and it would literally just stop
Mm-hmm.
me from planning. So it was really important to me, which I didn't even realize until I did it. It was really important to me to be able to have a planner that was just totally functional. And like I said, if I feel like decorating it, cool. If it doesn't get decorated, it doesn't get decorated. But then I also have another creative outlet that I can do all the things to, and it doesn't have to be in my main planner. I don't feel the pressure for it to be in my main planner anymore. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like planning is such a journey, and I think we all go through the phase of like minimalism, maximalism, doing everything that you see other people doing
Mm-hmm.
before you kind of figure out like what really works for you. And like you said, like it's okay to be inspired by other people, but you don't want to let that throw you off and totally distract you from everything that works from you. And that's another thing why like it's not functional for me to buy a bunch of planners anymore because it's just gonna mess me up. It's just gonna confuse me. I did buy Hope in Each Weeks because they're just so cute and I feel like I had to. But it's not taking away anything from it. Maybe it'll work. Maybe I'll use it as an on the go, but then I don't have to. I just taking the pressure away for myself has been really, really huge for my
Yeah.
planning.
And again, it's okay to just buy a planner because you think it's cute. Like,
It
that's
is.
fine too. I
Yep.
think it's balance with everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's sometimes where you go way onto the deep end of just buying stuff just to buy it because you think it's
Mm-hmm.
cute. A balance. So maybe
A
you do that
balance.
once or twice, but buying
Mm-hmm.
10 planners because you think it's cute might be a little bit too much.
Excessive. It might be
Yeah.
excessive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out the balance for you. And I think if we take a step in reminding ourselves that these are tools,
Mm-hmm.
we can figure out exactly what we need.
Agreed. Agreed. I
Yeah.
feel like we by not just us, but like the whole planning community, like we just have come such a long way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like most people are kind of figuring out it takes a while. Like if you're new
Hmm.
to planning, like don't think that you're gonna figure it out overnight. And it's really easy to get very like distracted or just convincing yourself that just because something works for somebody else is absolutely gonna work for you. And then being super disappointed when you've invested all this time and all this money into a system that absolutely does not work for
Mm-hmm.
you? And I think, where do you think that people should start? Like, whether they're like just now coming into planning, or if they are looking just to restart, if like nothing is working for them and they want to just throw everything out and just start over, like where do you think people should start, or how do you think they should start?
Honestly, if you don't know, I think you should start digitally.
Okay,
That's
hot
my hot
take.
take.
Okay, give it to us. Give it to us.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be Notion, but I highly recommend Notion. I think
Mm-hmm.
it can be a blank slate if you thrive off of having that, you know, clear thing and I can create whatever I want. Or you
Mm-hmm.
have the option of having templates to where you can have a base
Mm-hmm.
and organize it to where you want, and it's low cost.
Mm,
Um
that's huge.
so
Yeah.
that's my thing too. And even with like if you buy a digital planner, I'm not too big on those, but
Mm-hmm.
it's low cost and you have the ability to kind of play around with it like immediately versus
Mm-hmm.
getting some kind of planner. So if you want to go paper planner route, I'm a recommender. Although, if you listen to this show, you know I have some problems with her, but
Mm-hmm.
Miss Girl is low cost, so I would recommend a happy planner if you do
Mm-hmm.
need something physical,
Mm-hmm.
because you can easily with a coupon cop one 15-20 bucks
Mm-hmm.
and play around, figure out what you need before you go down the full rabbit hole of like buying everything.
See, and I think if you want to start with the physical planner, because I think that's where I would personally start. I think I would go pick up a planner like at Target or something, like one of like a day designer or something else like that, and then just kind of start from there. Because the only reason why I would say people shouldn't start with Happy Planner, because I feel like once you start with Happy Planner, you have no choice but to go down the rabbit hole. It's just so much. It's so
Mm.
much. All the sticker books and
Don't
different
look up any
planners,
content
and
from Happy
that's the
Planner.
thing. You got to
That's
be
the
careful.
downfall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
so true.
I see Happy Planner now as that day designer, as that random planner in
You're right.
Target.
That makes sense.
Um, the issue comes in when you start searching up Happy Planner
Yes.
stuff. So
Yes.
don't, if you do Happy Planner, don't look up the
Don't look it up.
content because it is a slippery slope, and they know it. We know it.
That's
We've been
true.
down there. Don't look up the stuff. Just actually use the
Mm-hmm.
planner. If you fear that you will start looking up stuff, get
Mm-hmm.
something random
Yeah, for
at
sure.
Target. Yeah,
For
but
sure.
yeah, that's how I, because it's so like, don't go over $15.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
15. I'll say 20 with inflation.
Fair. Depending on where
Okay.
you live. Yeah.
There
Yeah,
we
depending on
go.
where you live. But yeah, 15-20 range. Definitely don't exceed
Don't
$20.
invest a lot until
Yeah.
you start to kind of figure out like what you want to do and what you kind of like. And like I said, it's not gonna happen overnight. It takes some time. I mean, this has been, 5, 6 years in the making, and I really feel like this is, this past like year or so is the first time I've truly known what I like and what I want, and I'm not just throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. But that could also change. You just never know when it could change or whatever. But also, I've been enjoying spending my money on other things outside of planner stuff. So that
That's
has
true too.
definitely helped me reel myself in, because I'm like, oh, I do have money for this new bag or this new perfume or this makeup, because I'm not spending all of it on, on planner stuff anymore. It's nice.
Money can go elsewhere. It has
Mm-hmm.
been.
And has been. Mm-hmm.
So we
It
not
definitely
saying
has
like just
been.
hoard your money. There's other
Mm-hmm.
things you can enjoy
Yeah,
too.
we not big savers over here. We are
Mm-mm.
definitely in the spending category, but that's okay. That's
Within
okay.
budget,
Exactly, within reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
But
yeah,
yeah, I
it's
think that's a
so
really good
fun.
start. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Planning is so fun when it's not overwhelming, and yeah, like you said, like going down the rabbit holes on YouTube and stuff. It just really it can get you overwhelmed, and we don't want that
Yeah.
because
And
you
that's with
know.
anything. You got to have some balance because it's
Mm-hmm.
nice to get the inspo. But once you start going and rolling downhill, then you
Mm-hmm.
got 5011 sticker books, 12 planners,
Mm-hmm.
and a lineup with 9 in it.
Exactly.
Is really easy to get there.
Very, very easy. Very easy. So speaking of planners, like what planner purchases have you made recently? And what are you thinking as far I guess it's time to start talking about our 2025 lineups, which is so crazy. So
Yeah,
crazy.
technically the only planner purchase I've made so far is from Sterling Ink.
Okay.
Shout out to you too, because a lot of y'all did mention Sterling Ink being what we wanted with the Hobonichi
Mm-hmm.
without the week. So really looking
Yep.
forward to that. Um, and I
Did you pull
haven't
the trigger on cloth and paper?
I didn't.
Okay.
I've been trying to be good. I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
I had too much in my car and I couldn't justify it. And then one of the
Mm-hmm.
tennis things sold out. So I was like, oh well, forget it.
Why we do that? I do that too. Like if
If
one
one thing
thing
sell
out of
out.
10 that I want
Yeah.
that I is gone, that's my excuse not to get
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
Yes, I haven't pulled it. And right now I have been using the Oristelle A5 planner. I talked
Okay.
about it a bit on our bonus episode. So
Mm-hmm.
and I've been okay with it. So I haven't felt the need to switch it up with the half letter setup too much.
Yeah.
I had the itch, but never really fully pulled it. And I'm
Gotcha.
trying my hardest not to go on the Hobonichi website. And I've
Well,
been successful so far.
well,
We'll report back.
speak for yourself because immediately after recording last week, I went on the Obanishi website and I did end up getting a A6. Oh, and actually, I'm just now discovering I didn't even realize that the A6 size is not considered a cousin; it's just a techo. So I didn't know that that was like it was a
What's the
difference.
difference?
So the techo is the A6 size without the weeks in it, with just the months and the days, and the
Okay.
cousin is the A5 size with the months, weeks, and days. So that's the difference in it.
Do
I
you
thought,
get 365 days?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I thought the A6 was also a cousin, just smaller, but it's not
Mm.
technically a cousin. A little fun fact that I realized from going down the Hobonichi rabbit hole on YouTube and on TikTok, which there's a lot of content about Hobonichi on both of those platforms if y'all want
Mm-hmm.
to check it out. But yes, I ended up getting the A6 Techo as well as a weeks. I think I know where the tech show is gonna fit in my lineup. Like I said, that's either gonna be like my daily like journal thing, or the Sterling Ink daily that we bought today. One of those
Mm-hmm.
is gonna be like my daily journal. So we'll see how that goes. And the weeks is just I got it because I just love Hobonichi Week so much, and it might be on the go, it might be a collect dust. Who knows? We're gonna see. But as far as my main planner, is definitely still gonna be my half letter setup. I haven't got inserts for 2025 yet, but I'm probably gonna get them from Cloth and Paper
Mm.
for on like Black Friday or something. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
excited.
Yeah, they do a pretty good deal
Mm-hmm.
on Black Friday too. So
They
definitely
do.
worth, like, especially at this point too, worth waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Um they get it out to you too fairly
Yep.
quickly. But
Exactly.
yeah, I ain't that's where I'm at with 2025
Mm-hmm.
lineup. Damn. I was really gonna use that Sterling ink for just journaling, so I technically don't have anything planner wise.
Yeah. Yeah. Because are you gonna? What about the Aura sale? What are you using that for?
I use it planning wise.
Okay.
But I didn't pre-order. So we'll
Mm.
see. I'm sure they'll have extras or whatever, so I'll maybe pick up that. I also really do love the Laurel Denise portrait. I
Oh
was using that for a
yeah.
bit. And
Mm-hmm.
technically I could use that up until July of next year and my daily
Mm.
duo. So I
And then
have
they'll have other
options.
ones come out. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I do.
You got
I
a
do
daily
still
duo
have
too?
my daily duo, and I do still have my compact vertical, but those are just completely out of.
They got abandoned.
I hadn't touched those ever since I got in my half letter. I really, really have not touched those at all. So it is
Yeah.
what it is.
So I don't have nothing. I do at least have options up until July 2025. So there's that. Only thing with the LD, I love it. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
so great. I just hate the proportion difference from the top and bottom.
Oh yeah, because
I
the
hope
weeks
that,
part gets really
yeah,
bulky.
it gets
Mm-hmm.
really bulky at the bottom. So I hope that they have like some inserts that we can put in just to kind of even the top and bottom out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure we'll see something
Or
like that.
even I think the idea would be cool if they made the weeks like removable. so that like or if the planner just like came with the weeks already not in it, so then you just add in the weeks for like the week that you're actually using, that way they're not just in the whole planner. I don't know, I think something like that could work, or like I said, just make them removable so then after you use them you could take them out or something. I don't know, I feel like
Yeah.
that could help, but sometimes people like
Yeah.
looking back in their planner too to
Yeah,
see
that's
what was
true
behind.
too. And it's still kind of thin though at the top, regardless, because technically you only
Mm.
have 24 pages because the
Oh,
1 month
so
is on 2 pages.
I
So
guess the
yeah,
bigger part is the thinner part up top. Like the
yeah,
worst, yeah. So you don't want it to be thin in the top. That makes
yeah,
sense. Yeah, mm,
yeah.
something
Or
to
you
think
could
about.
easily move it if it was removable. I could slide it up to the top to balance it out.
That's true. That's true. Because it will still be in the planner. Laura Denise, feel free to use any of these
Yeah,
ideas.
I'm gonna make this a short and tag you. I love that planner, but that's the only thing that bothers me. It's so
Mhm.
disproportionate, and
Right.
I think Laurel probably she gets it.
Oh yeah.
She gets
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
little
true.
things like that with us planner people. That's just like could
Mhm.
really throw us off.
Exactly, exactly. Also, Archer and Olive had their Halloween release. It was absolutely amazing. I have not bought anything yet. They still have a few things available on the site, but a couple of things have sold out. But this release, I mean, the Halloween release at Archer and Olive is always gonna eat. They really could sell this type of stuff all year round. I'm just saying, some of
Yeah,
us
I
spooky
really
season
yeah
girls, we love it all year round. It doesn't
all
have
year
to be
round.
spooky season. So I'm just saying.
Especially when they did that spell book last year with the
Mm-hmm.
like kind of torn like Harry Potter
Yep.
is edges.
So good.
The girl, I think they had to do a pre-order. It went so fast.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really think they could do that all year round. I was able to snag the box before it sold out. I didn't know it
Yes.
sold out till we started looking today.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really excited about that box.
It's really nice.
It's giving like Twilight kind of vibes.
It does, because it has
Yeah.
the bats and the
Hmm.
moon and stuff. It does kind of get Twilight vibes.
Yeah, yeah. But I was really what sold me was the glow in the dark ink.
That is really cool.
And the calligraphy pen is like a wand.
If you're looking on YouTube, you can kind of see this picture
Yeah.
of the glow in
It's
the
so
dark ink. It's
cool.
very, very neat. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they did like a pre-order or something for the box or for that. Whatever, because usually if something is very popular, Arch and
Hmm.
Olive is really, really good at bringing it back, having some type of pre-order so that people, because they never want people to feel like excluded, or if they weren't on
Yeah.
the site on time, or they have customers all over the world in different time zones, so they are very, very good for accommodating for that via some type of pre-order or something. So I wouldn't be surprised if something like that comes up, because yeah, that glow in the dark ink alone is reason enough to get the box. All
Hmm.
But everything else is very cool too. So definitely keep a
Yeah. Yeah.
lookout for
So
that, y'all.
yeah. I would not be surprised if they did a pre-order or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. But yeah, we love Orchard and Olive over here. They always bring the heat. I'm excited to see some winter stuff from them too.
Oh, me
Did they have a fall
too.
release yet? Actually, did I skip
Yeah,
over that?
they had a
They did
fall
have
release
fall.
also. Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
I wonder if they're going to do another Advent box. We're almost time for Advent boxes, so I'm very, very, very excited about those.
Ooh, yeah, that would
So
be really cool.
we got a new Aldi in my city. So I got a second Aldi that I can
You
go
know,
to.
I
So I'm
have a bone to pick
excited.
with your city because you've been getting. I feel like every time we come on here, I got a
I
Dutch Bros. I got
I feel like
to. You've been getting all the stuff.
girl, I don't know why. I literally don't know why at all. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm excited because I think last year, I don't even think we got I think we might have got the wine Advent. Either we didn't get it or we had very small quantities of it. But I had already decided not to get it anyway. But hopefully, since we have two Aldis now, we'll have some more options, some more stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely getting the chocolate box again. That's my favorite one every single year, and it's always something fun to look forward to, like with Mason too. So
Yeah. We learn something new every year with these Advent boxes because I'm not getting that hot sauce no more. For damn sure, I'm not getting no wine because they do not.
They be playing
They don't let the sweet girls live.
at all.
Mm-mm.
They should have a dessert wine box for
Just
us who
yeah,
love the sweet wine. That would be
yeah,
amazing. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
If y'all know of any, let us know. Maybe I'll grab that one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
because
But
I
yeah,
would prefer to have a dessert one.
I know. I'm so excited that it's Advent box season yet again. Like it's gonna be
Yes,
here before we know it. Before we
yes.
know it. What other good Advent boxes did they have last year? I don't know why my mind is drawing a blank. Cheese. I don't think I got the
I only
cheese
get
one
the
last
cheese
year
one last
though.
year. They had candles again. I didn't get it.
Girl, that candle box will haunt me for the rest of my life. That candle box.
I just got rid of the
Yeah,
actual box
because it's so
not too
hard
long
to
ago.
get
Yeah,
rid of it. Oh my gosh.
it's good in
Awful.
theory, but you
Mm-hmm.
can't burn. Even they're small candles, but you can't burn through one of
No.
those candles
And they
every
don't
single day.
smell. Like once
They
you light them, you
yeah
can barely even smell anything. It's just no point. I think if you do a candle box, it needs to be decent sized candles, but it also only needs to be like 12 days
yeah. It
tops.
can't be
If
full
that.
24. Yeah.
No. No, 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 no.
Um. Damn, did they have a good one? I know I got the cider one, but I didn't. They didn't have it like traditional Advent style. It was just all in a
Oh, yeah,
box.
yeah, yeah.
So that took the joy out of it. Did you do coffee last year? I think I
That's
did
the
coffee.
that's what they didn't ever have at my Aldi, I
The coffee
believe.
one?
Yeah, because we didn't get that. We didn't get the coffee one last year. I think it was the year before that we had the coffee
Okay.
one.
You didn't miss anything. We still got some of
Hmm.
them coffee sitting in there.
Well,
I'm gonna have to get rid of those because they just go and hitting.
and the year before,
Dang.
I really enjoyed the coffee one the year
I
before because I
know it was
remember it from the year
fun.
before. Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
fun.
Although they told us exactly what was in everything and put it in ABC order, but it was fun
They
before we
did.
realized
Oh wait, I
that.
did have the coffee one last year. I'm looking at my picture from it. I guess I forgot about it somehow.
Oh yeah.
What
So what
was
all
it?
did you have?
We got the pet ones. So we got one
Hmm.
for Charlie and one for Callie. We got chocolate. We got coffee. And yeah, I guess that was it. And we got the Lego one. It was like a Harry Potter Lego one.
Oh yeah. Did we get?
Yeah, so that's what we got
That was
last year.
cute. That
Yeah.
Lego one
I
was
think
cute. I do
it
remember
must have
that.
been it must have been the wine one that my location was sometime back. Cause I knew it was either the wine or the coffee that was
Hmm.
being weird. I guess it was the wine one. Cause yeah, we had the coffee one.
Yeah. Mm. Hmm.
I think for this year, I'm definitely getting the chocolate one again, the fancy chocolate one, and I'm gonna get the coffee again. Cause even though the coffee is kind of hit or miss, it's like cheap. It's really not that big of an investment. And when it's good, it is really good. And I
That
do
is
enjoy
true.
it. And
It
it's an
does
easy one
hit.
to share. Because when it was days
Yeah.
where I didn't like it, then I just gave it to Dallas or something. So I think I'm gonna get the coffee one again for sure.
I cannot think of anyone that really hit for me.
Hmm. Did you
Did
get the
we post
chocolate
it in
one?
Facebook? The Advents?
Probably.
Let me. I don't think I got chocolate. I'll probably do it this year though.
Yeah. The chocolate one is good, especially the fancy chocolate one. But either they have like the cheap one, the middle one, and the fancy one. You can't go wrong with any of them. All of them
Yeah, I
is
might
just a
go middle.
delicious piece of chocolate every day.
Hmm.
Like it's really no going wrong with it at all. Because usually I get the fancy one, I'll get Dallas the middle one, and I get Mason the cheap one. So there we go.
Balance.
We have all the chocolate, all the chocolate.
Uh,
I think
I
what I'm
sh-
not gonna buy this year, I'm probably not gonna get the pet one again because it was just so hard to keep up. And our pets don't really care about treats like that anyway. Like they don't like a treat, but it's just really hit or miss. So it's just yeah. Once we started forgetting about them, then they just started piling up. Like we still got some of them treats from last year.
oh
So
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we're not getting the pet one again. Hold me to that, people. Hold me to it.
Yeah, I can't remember anyone that like blew me away, but
Hmm.
I still love it. The joy in it for me is just being in the spirit and opening it. So I'm sure I'll still get a few one from Aldi. And I feel like other stores like Target and stuff have been stepping up their game, so I'm excited to see what they come out advent wise.
I totally agree. I think the experience is the best part
Right,
of
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, if you going just for the experience, you don't need to invest a ton of money
Right.
into them. And once you get to buying a bunch of wines and all this, it just gets very pricey. So
It
yeah.
does. Especially you get those alcoholic stuff.
Oh
So
my
I
gosh,
think I
those are
might
so
skip.
expensive.
Unless we find a dessert one, I think I
Yeah,
might skip the alcohol stuff.
I agree. I agree. But yeah, y'all, this has been our episode this week. Thank you so much for listening. Like I said, we did record this episode a little bit early. So if something wild happens next week, I'm so sorry. We're gonna talk about it on the next episode. I don't know what to tell you. We're from the past telling you this right now. There's nothing we can do about
Oh,
it.
please, internet, chill. We had
Just
a
chill.
really big week. Just relax,
It's been
please.
crazy. It has been crazy this week. But yeah, Myra, did you have anything else for the peeps?
No, that is it. All the stuff we talked about, link wise will be in the show notes.
Yes.
Make sure y'all are following us over on YouTube. Subscribe, I guess is what it
Mm-hmm.
is over there. Um, that's where we'll be. That's where we'll
Yeah.
be. So if you're just on Instagram, you're gonna have to get on YouTube, girl. I'm sorry.
Please. And if you listen to the audio podcast, thank you so much. We appreciate you. But also
Yes.
subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes, you ain't
And
gotta watch
think
and
about
listen.
watching there, okay? So
Yeah.
you can see me sneeze while muting myself, okay? You get all the
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
I sneezed earlier and I muted myself and I realized I was like, oh, the people on YouTube are gonna see this. Okay, it's fine.
You get to see us in real life
In
action
real life.
having these conversations. So definitely just throw us up, cast us
Here we
up on the
go.
TV and do what you need to do.
Please do. Please
Yes.
do. We're good. We're cute to look at. We're not a bad watch.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. But yeah,
Give it
y'all.
a
Thank
chance.
y'all so much for listening. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Bye, guys.